Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Spencer Educational Foundation Gala Dinner, the 10th annual Spencer Gala Dinner. I'm excited to be here tonight, and I'd like to start by saying a sincere thank you to the Foundation, the board, and the Spencer staff for awarding me grants in both 2016 and 17. I'm thrilled to report back to you that I graduated this summer with my master's degree in business administration from NYU. I'd also like to say a tremendous thank you to my Aon colleagues and my team who've supported me through the MBA journey. I was asked to speak tonight about what the Spencer Educational Foundation means to me, and I think that the best way to do that would be to start by telling you about the day I learned I had been named a Spencer Scholar. It was the Friday before Memorial Day weekend 2 years ago. I received a letter from a woman named Angela Sabatino. I knew that name. I had a flashback and remembered that Angela Sabatino had also administered a grant that I had applied for twice during my undergraduate years. A grant that, unfortunately, both years I did not receive. You can imagine my surprise when over 10 years later, I opened a similar letter but read a very different message. Congratulations. Immediately, I called Angela and began to thank her repeatedly, and I instinctively said, "Angela, I feel like I won the lottery." Without hesitation, Angela said back to me, "Shane, this is better than the lottery because you earned it." Isn't it interesting how an offhand comment, when made at just the right moment, can completely change the way you see an experience? Angela's words helped me to realize my part in the outcome, and I immediately began to reflect on some of the other accomplishments in my life that I had initially perceived as failures. My job. Many people didn't realize that when Pamela Newman hired me to her team at Aon, I had initially pursued her for that position nearly 7 years before, but was unsuccessful. I'd like to say thank you, Pamela, tonight for offering me that job and for being here this evening to support me. Earning my MBA. Hey, Pamela. Earning my MBA. Honestly, I'm not even going to get into this one, but let's just say, you know how there are those people that make the application process and the GMAT look oh so easy? I'm not one of those people. The struggle was real, and at many points along the way, I felt like giving up. To anyone in the same spot, feel free to reach out to me if you need some encouragement. Finally, and to really publicly embarrass myself, a live, present, in-the-moment example, the opportunity to speak here this evening. I had been to this dinner in the past and knew that a select few Spencer Scholars were chosen to speak. Of course, I wanted to be one, and if you know anything about me, of course, I reached out. Unfortunately, both years I received the scholarship, my request to speak was politely declined. At the time, I perceived these moments as failures, albeit small ones, but still failures. But here I am, speaking at the 10th anniversary dinner for the grant that took me 10 years to get. Thank you so much to Mariah, Andrew, and all of my friends at the Spencer Foundation for making tonight possible for me. These experiences and Angela's words are reassuring for all the other goals I'm working hard to achieve that haven't yet happened. My experience with the Spencer Foundation is a reminder of an invaluable lesson that perseverance in pursuing your goals, despite failure, does, in fact, pay off in time. Not necessarily on my time, but just in time. It's a timely lesson around graduation as I've reached the peak of what feels like a giant mountain that I've been climbing for the last 3 years. If you've ever achieved a long-time goal, you know what I'm talking about. As you're climbing the mountain, you inevitably experience times when you just want to call it quits. It either becomes too difficult or you slip and you lose your footing. At these difficult points, the natural reaction is to look down and to panic, to let the fear of how far you have to fall, or in this case, how much you have to lose, paralyze you. I was asked to speak tonight about what the Spencer Educational Foundation means to me, and if I had to distill my experience with the foundation into some kind of a lesson, like those from my MBA program, that I could bottle up and take with me for the next mountain I plan to climb, it would be simple: to look up. When you look up, 3 important things happen, and I'll start with the worst case scenario. You face plant, like I did, on my first and second attempts at the GMAT, the scholarships I didn't receive, the job offer I didn't get, or the gala dinners I didn't speak at. So what? Because you're looking up, you'll have perspective. You'll see that there's more that lies ahead, and you'll pick yourself back up again, because this time you know how to do it better, and this time you know how to do it smarter. The second thing that looking up gives you is a sense of direction, so you know where you're going. I may not have fully appreciated this one before, but this sense of direction is what led me to earn my MBA, my job offer at Aon, and the opportunity to speak here this evening. Last but certainly not least, when you look up, you see the bigger picture, the mountain as a whole. You appreciate that both the peak and the face plant, they're just moments in time. Neither one of them define you. It's how you approach the mountain, the journey, that's what's truly important. Once you realize this, you can really have fun. Because while certain circumstances may keep you from ever reaching a peak, nothing can stop you from appreciating your journey. Appreciating and celebrating the journey is exactly what tonight is about. As Angela so inspiringly said to me 2 years ago, I echo back to the Spencer Scholars this evening, you did earn it. Whether you are a Spencer Scholar or you're here supporting the Spencer Scholars, there's a lot to be excited about at this 10th anniversary dinner. Thank you so much for this awesome opportunity.